So in lesson 14, we're really going to start getting into programming by looking at conditionals and Booleans. And the idea behind this is we want the computer to be able to evaluate true, false statements. And based on how, if the statement is true or false, do a certain action. For an example, if I'm going to eat lunch today, it has to be pizza. So if the cafeteria is serving pizza, I'll eat lunch. If not, I won't. So if I go to the cafeteria and they're serving pizza, I'm going to eat. If I go to the cafeteria and they don't serve pizza, I'm not going to eat. So what we're going to take a look at here is I have a car. And what they're asking us to evaluate here is when does that car reach the finish line? So we can see we have a console log here, which is down here in our debugging console. And what do we want it to display? Well, we want it to evaluate this logic. Is the race car's X greater than the finish line's X? Now, if it is, this is going to read true. If it isn't, it's going to read false. So as you take a look down here in our debugger window, we can see that the computer, every time this draw loop is running, is checking this. And then once we cross that finish line on that x-axis, we are going to see that it starts to read false. So we're not asking the computer to do anything yet, except just compare that true-false statement. So as we jump over to this one, then we have our fruit one. And when this apple reaches a certain size, meaning a scale factor or greater than 2, we want to change it to our pear animation. And all this has been set up for us. So all we have to do is we have to write our conditional statement, our if statement. So we can come here and we can draw up in our block our if statement. And inside our parentheses, what do we want to compare? Well, we want to compare our fruit scale. If our fruit scale is greater than 2, what do we want to have happen? Well, we want to set our fruit animation. And again, I could easily drag this in from blocks or copy and paste it down to pair. So now when I run this, we're going to see once I get a scale factor of 2, it turns to a pair. Now underneath this draw sprites, I could also run a console log to evaluate this number as it grows as well. So what you're going to do is on 14, you're going to choose A, B, or C to program. I already going to walk through A, so you're going to have to choose something else. So in this one, you're going to modify the sprite so that each expression is true. So you can see we have 5 different console logs here, and all 5 of them read false. So sprite 2x equals sprite 2y, so that means I would have to come up to my programming here, and the x on this one is 100. If I change it to 300, we can see comparison 4 now reads true. I could go to the next one, set rotation less than 40 degrees, and that is on sprite 2, so I can set this to any number, but I'm going to set it to 20, and I'm going to run this, and you can see it goes through true. So if you're choosing this one, you're going to complete the others as well, and all you're trying to do is make all these comparisons in the program here reading true when they read false. Then on the assessment, which is 10, you have a little dinosaur, and you want to add a conditional statement to it that the dinosaur stops rising once it gets into the sky here.